Hello there.
Hello.
Hmm. Hmm? Hmm. Hello there.
Hello. Straight-through cables are the most common type of Ethernet cables. They are used to connect devices that operate at different layers of the network model, such as a computer and a switch or a switch and a router. In a straight-through cable, the wires are arranged in the same order at both ends of the cable. This means that one device's TX pins are connected to another device's RX pins and vice versa. For example, pin 1 of one end is connected to pin 1 of the other rear, pin 2 to pin 2, and onwards. The standard wiring scheme for straight-through cables is called T568A, which follows this order of wires from left to right: white, green, green, white, orange, blue, orange, white, brown, and brown. Another wiring scheme called T568B swaps the positions of the orange and green pairs, resulting in this order: white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. Both schemes are functional equivalent as long as the scheme is used at both ends of the cable. In real-world networks such as homes, schools, offices, and computer laboratories, straight-through cables are widely used to connect end devices to network infrastructure. Unlike crossover cables, which connect similar devices, straight-through cables are designed for connecting different types of devices. Although modern network equipment may support auto MDI, MDIX, straight-through cables remain the standard choice for Ethernet connections.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hmm.
Crossover cables link devices operating at the same layer of the network model, such as two computers, switches, or routers. In a crossover cable, the wires are placed in a different order at each end of the cable. This means that the TX pins of one device are connected to the TX pins of another device, and the RX pins are connected to the RX pins. For example, pin 1 of one end is connected to pin 3 of the other end, pin 2 to pin 6, and so on. The standard wiring scheme for crossover cables is a combination of 2568A and 2568B, which follows this order of wires from left to right at one end: white, green, green, white, orange, blue, orange, white, brown, brown. And this order at the other end: white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, green, white, brown, brown. By reversing the positions of the orange and the green pairs, the crossover cable ensures that the TX and RX pairs are swept between the devices. This type of cable is especially useful in direct device-to-device connections, where no intermediate networking equipment is involved. By crossing the transmit and receive wire pairs, the crossover cable ensures accurate signal flow and reliable data communication. For this reason, crossover cables are commonly taught as a fundamental concept in Ethernet cabling and network design.
Hello there.
Hello.
Rollover wired cables, most commonly called rollover cables, have opposite pin assignments on each end of the cable, or in other words, it is rolled over. Pin 1 of connector A would be connected to pin 8 of connector B. Pin 2 of connector A would be connected to pin 7 of connector B, and so on. White, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown on the first end, and brown, white, brown, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, orange, and white, orange on the other. Rollover cables, sometimes referred to as Yost cables, are most commonly used to connect to a device's console board to make programming changes to the device. Unlike crossover and straight wired cables, rollover cables are not intended to carry data but instead create an interface with the device.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hmm.